request your honest thoughts on what probably are the common mistakes that early career L&D professionals make and what they can do to avoid it. I'll tell you from my point of view what I have heard. Some people say that they focus too much on content and too little on context, right? So probably they measure a lot of attendance and not behavior change that they say. Are those real problems that you have come across?
I have, and you've actually hit the nail on the head. I would have come to that. There is always this thing where context versus content, but I don't blame those young professionals as well, because they are sent in with a certain mandate, and typically that mandate is to ensure that the program is delivered, it's happening, and the learning calendar that has been set up, or the training calendar, because one of the, like I said, one of the matrix typically is the learning hours. Second is planned versus actual. What is the rate? So they are chasing that, or at the best you are also looking at the feedback, but again those are smiley sheets, right? The real test is when we look at the effectiveness, as you very rightly said. So even in this in the organization that I am, what we are doing is we are taking the effectiveness from the manager of the participant anywhere between 90 to 120 days after the program has happened, right? And we take that pretty seriously because the feedback that comes in, we kind of analyze, look at each of those feedbacks. If at all there is even any critical remark there, we will go back and investigate why. And because at the end of the day, the organization is spending time and energy and money, right, on training people. So how can we ensure that that effectiveness is there? And that effectiveness should not just be restricted to the basic reaction level, but it has to go, and maybe I'm quoting the Kirkpatrick here, but it has to go to the behavior and the result. On ground, am I able to see? So if somebody has undergone a certain program, are they able to now transfer that knowledge to somebody, right? That's the key, because to me, I mean, and people talk about this 70-20-10 rule, but 70 is all about transferring knowledge or the skill to other people, sharing that. And for all of those people who have ever even taught a younger sibling or somebody younger in the house, trust me, every time, even a simple thing you're teaching somebody, there is always a new way of looking at. So when you're sharing, when you're teaching, when you're training, when you're facilitating, you always have certain learning of your own. So I would rather focus on that rather than just the content, because I mean the reality is these days to get people to do a 2 or a 3 day program is becoming a challenge. That's so that's the other side of learning, where we are actually struggling as to how do we get people interested in a 3 day program or a 2 day program, because certain topics demand that kind of attention.